Hello people of the earth and welcome back to QuickSaveTV. My name is Mike and today I wanted to talk to you about this thing that happened just recently about basically a developer 40-year-old Mr. Rutledge basically, well, how would you explain it better? Sharing on Tyler, being disrespectful towards Tyler 1. Tyler 1 is one of the League of Legends streamer. He's 22 years old. He has a very particular, very peculiar sense of humor, right? And I find it appealing in many ways, right? I find it very interesting and fun because he's trying to play up this, you know, an alpha version of himself where he's like, yeah, you know, I'm decisive, I'm gonna play decisively, I'm not gonna play like a pussy, things like this, right? And he also promotes all kinds of things. So this is the things what happened, right? This is the things that were said. This wasn't said directly to Tyler or whatever, but community picked it up and, you know, there were a lot of reactions to this. And at the end of this, the employee was fired in question. So let's talk a little bit about this. So here's what he said, right? About Tyler, right? He looks like a damn homunculus. What the fuck? Yeah, okay, so we're not gonna have music. Волосики с первой стрижки, baby. If you know what it means, let's just not discuss. Let's please not talk about this in comments. Thank you. Okay, so he looks like a damn homunculus. Honestly, it's fine. He'll die from coke overdose or testicular cancer from all the steroids. That will be Gucci. I mean, okay, that's a mean thing to say, but okay. I mean, can honestly any of you tell me that you like you don't necessarily have to say word to word something like this, but have you never hated anyone? Have none of you disliked Trump or hated him? Have none of you disliked Hillary Clinton? Have none of you really disliked or hated someone? I mean, let's just be honest here for a second, okay? You don't have to answer. I don't give a shit if you be honest or facetious, but the truth of the matter is, there are certain people you dislike, and you dislike them for particular reason, right? And there's no problem with that. That's part of being human. There's nothing that is wrong with that. There's nothing that is terrible or something to be ashamed of. There's nothing wrong for disliking or hating someone. No problem. There's not a single thing wrong with that. It's part of the human condition. Whether it gets in the way of your life or it doesn't, that's another question, right? That's another question. Whether you are an employer who doesn't hire someone just because he's black, that's another question, right? That's another level of situation. But as a person, if you do not like a particular guy or a particular girl for a specific reason, I do not see a problem with that, and I challenge you to prove me wrong. So there you go. So people started, you know, trying to pry him more, why he said it, etc. And he starts to explain himself. You know how much bullshit he's caused me, personally? I've spent many hours of my work dealing with his bullshit. If games had terrorists, again, he compares Tyler to terrorist. Oh my god, how can you do that? No way, oh my, this is completely the problem. Ban and lobotomize him. No, okay, please hear me out. Is that really such a bad thing? I mean, yeah, okay, he exaggerates. Tyler is obviously not a terrorist, but that's how he feels, right? He's just venting his thoughts, his emotions. But he cannot do that, Mike. He's a developer. Yeah, okay, maybe he cannot. Maybe he cannot, but that's the reaction and the aftermath of it that bothers me. And his own reaction to this too, because it seems like I don't think it is the way you should look at it. I don't think it's the way we should look at this. I think it makes us lesser people. I think it like the dark times make a comeback. I'm trying to watch out on the outside, you know, on the world around me, and I'm expecting for the witch hunting to begin, for us to burn people at the stake for opinions they hold. The earth is not flat. Oh, burn this faggot. Oh, you know, or like, oh, this woman is too pretty, let's burn her at the stake because she's a witch. Things like that. And now it's like, oh, okay, you're not politically correct. We have to burn you at the stake. You have to lose your job, you have to do this, that. We have to destroy you completely. And, you know, and we're going to do that with the guys that we want something that is better for everyone. And I honestly cannot see how anyone can say that this attitude, that this behavior is something better for anyone. It's just a darker world where everything you say and everything you think is policed, and you have to hide your true feelings and true emotions, and real problems cannot be explored because things like this happen, you know. Oh yeah, he vented. Oh my god, so what? Did he kill Tyler? No. Did he say, you know, what's gonna happen with Tyler after that? Nothing. Let's take a look at Tyler's reaction. Here's his reaction. It really sucks that some people still hold a massive grudge versus old Tyler 1 and refuse to acknowledge that I have changed. Cool. That's a very mature thing to say. And then he says, With that being said, I have no hard feelings towards the guy. Shit happens. Yeah, who cares? He doesn't care. And neither should he. And that's a mature response towards this. And I'm not gonna continue reading this because you already, you've probably read the rest of this. And if you didn't, please pause and do if you like. And I will go to I think that's the one where I want to go. And that's what happened next, right? He talks about his job, he talks about what happened, and he goes, what happened, right? Why he said these things. After a long night of some terrible games with friends, I had a couple too many whiskeys and decided to pop in some chat rooms to see who's awake, right? So he just wanted to, to have some fun, to have a little company. Is he not human? Is he forbidden to have fun like this? Or should we police people who say dumb shit at bars too? Should we execute them? Should we just round up everyone who disagrees with us and just fucking execute them? Do you want this future for your children? What if your children would disagree with you, right? What if your children will hold controversial opinions? Can they not explore these questions? Do you really want this future for your children? Or should we just execute everyone? I mean, I will be the first one to be executed too, just in case, just in case you're wondering why I worry about this. Some people I care about will be executed too, for no reason. Let's just lobotomize everyone we disagree with, right? And never be real with anyone. Let's just put masks on and never be honest about anything. Let's never discuss anything or talk about how we feel. And he goes, okay, so I had a couple too many so he was sad, right? He was frustrated. He was drunk. When you're drunk, different people react in different ways. I'm a very mellow drunk. When I'm drunk, I love everyone. And I tell everyone how much I respect them. I never got in a fight while drunk. Just saying. But, yeah, there you go. And so some discussion started about Tyler 1, and I let it rip. Cool, whatever. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. That's not interesting. We already read all of this. Yeah. Once I woke up, I tried to apologize. Okay, I understand that. Okay, and there you go. So, the doxing and threats and insults kept coming for several days, he says. Pretty scary stuff, and it is scary stuff. It is completely unacceptable to behave in that way. Oh yeah, you said something I disagree with, I'm gonna dox you. I mean, you're a piece of shit. That's a tactic of a weak man. There's nothing that's, oh yeah, I'm gonna dox you. That when you dox somebody out of spite like this, I mean, there's no way to not do doxing out of spite. That's a very pathetic thing to do, and it completely puts you in the wrong in a situation like that. You can't fight evil with evil weapons and then claim that you are right and you're righteous and you are correct and justified in what you do, that you keep the moral high ground. The moment you adopt the weapons of evil, you stop having moral high ground, and you can no longer use it to justify things like if you start doxing people, you're no longer in the right. Let's say you're both wrong, but you're both monsters, figuratively speaking. There's no justification for what you've done then, right? And he goes, pretty scary stuff, but nothing I didn't deserve. No, man, you did not deserve it. But this is the wrong way to think about it. You did not deserve any of this. You said stupid things. If they would say stupid things back at you, that would be fine. You didn't kill Tyler. You didn't cause Tyler to commit suicide. You didn't do anything that was so abhorrent or appalling that you deserved to be doxxed, okay? Or to get personal threats. Like, insults, whatever, it's fine, whatever, you're a piece of shit. Fine, I don't see a problem with it. People call me a piece of shit, people tell me, whatever. It doesn't matter to me, right? You didn't deserve to be doxxed. It looks like, he's like, yeah, I did deserve to get doxxed. No, you didn't. No, you did not. No matter what you said there. And I mean, categorically from what you said, you didn't deserve to get doxxed. And he goes, I was very impressed with Tyler's reaction to all of this, though. Yes, because he's a bigger man than this, The show he puts on and the things he does for show, that's one thing, right? You may disagree with that, you may not appreciate that, I don't care. That doesn't matter. People enjoy that. Because it resonates in a very special way. It's somehow, this fakery that he puts on is somehow more real than the other things that you see, And I think that in many ways it resonates with people, This aggressive, this, bravado that he puts up. And it's cool. I like it too, to a degree. I like it. I mean, there are things that I don't like about him. There are things I like about him. It's whatever. He does well for himself, and it's cool. And so, the thing here is what I'm trying to say here is his reaction is what kills me. And he goes, unsurprisingly and deservedly, I was terminated on Monday morning. Fueled by alcohol, I realized it was incredibly arrogant and inappropriate. The positive side of that is the realization that I have decided to get help for my drinking. And again, you know, the conclusion hurts me. I am a person who likes to drink. You might know, you might not know about me. I don't drink very often, however. I don't necessarily have spare cash for that very often, and I don't typically. A lot of people in Russia have this recreational drinking when we go like on Sunday or Saturday, and you go wasted with you get wasted with your friends, and it's the way to spend time to relax, to get the stress out of your system. I don't do that, I don't think it's a good way for me to handle if any stress that I have, I don't want to handle it in that way. And I don't think drinking is the devil necessarily. You were upset, you said something dumb. You got fired. I mean, that's a prerogative of Riot. They can do whatever they like. They can fire everyone who behaves not matching to the standard that they've set out for their community and for their workers. I mean, that's whatever, right? They can do that if they like. And it's unfortunate and it sucks. But the thing is, I wouldn't fire you, dude. I would say Rutledge, whatever your first name, let's say your name is Bill, right? I would say Bill is a fucking idiot for saying that. I don't agree with Bill. He was drunk and he was upset. It happens to everyone. Cut the guy some slack. I will move him from the department of working with of working directly with people to something else. Why fire the man for this? Just because he said something dumb. And I mean, you could say he said it from a public platform. He did not. He said it on a Discord server. He didn't say, Riot thinks Tyler is a piece of shit and should get cancer and die. He did not say that. And it wasn't that, And like you could say, oh yeah, Mike, when you become a part of company, I understand that. I understand what you're trying to say. I'm just saying that perhaps it would be prudent for us all to relax, look around us, and think long and hard if that is really the way we want things to go on, the way we want things to continue, and if that's really the world you want your children or children of your friends, people you love, to grow in. That's the question I'm going to stop with. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon.